Hello, hello, and welcome to Girl to Glow. Welcome to Inspiration. Well, I am kind of on a roll today. I'm like answering so many questions, and I'm just doing one video after the other. So you see all the videos look, I look the same. That's because I'm doing a lot of questions today. Um, so the question here is, how can I choose love over fear? And I'd like just to reword that and ask you the question, are you choosing love or are you choosing fear? Because life is interesting, right? And if you quiet your mind and just feel the energy that's kind of flowing through you, and even sense the energy around you, there is quite a potent energy of anxiety and uncertainty and insecurity and anger, irritation, and it's kind of there. If you especially if you go into spaces where there are a lot of people, you can sense it. But at the same time, you can feel it coming from yourself if you're living in that space. Yeah. If somebody approach you. I remember when people approach me, it's almost like, what do I do? What do you want? So, if you're looking at life like that from like a defensive space, that's living in fear. Okay. And I remember I distinctly remember being like, that's like, what did I do? What do you want? Or, whoa, what? And I can see that with people when I go out. You approach people to ask them something, and it's like everybody's just so on edge. Um, but I laugh about it because obviously I've experienced it before. But now I'm living on a total different vibration, and I empathize and I can understand where people are. And I'm not always in high vibration, but I try to keep myself as close to it as possible. Because things happen in life and it kind of knock you off your high horse sometimes, and you have to recalibrate and learn the lessons and then get back on the horse and keep going. So you have to constantly be asking yourself, am I living in fear or am I living in love? Because if you're living in fear, you're living in lack, means you don't feel like you're enough, or you don't feel that you have enough, or you feel like things you want isn't available to you, again, because you feel like you're not good enough, or you don't deserve something, you're not worthy of it. And also, if you're living in fear, and if you feel anxiety, if you feel a bit angst, and you just feel like you just always have this stuff in your chest there, in your solar plexus and your gut, just churning away, just don't feel good. You feel almost like a big knot is in there. You always have this headache, or you have this tension in your neck, in your head or in your neck. Again, that's basically telling you that you are in fear or in lack. Okay. And when you're in fear or in lack, it means you're not living up to your highest purpose. You're not living in alignment with the things that you want, that your inner being is calling you out to follow and to come up to. Okay. And because you feel that you're not good enough, your inner being is calling you up here and you're down here. And because you feel like you're not good enough, you don't even try, or sometimes you try, you come right back, and you kind of confirm to yourself that, yeah, I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes, I can't do that, that's not for me, that doesn't work for people like me, or I'm going to hurt somebody if I try to do that because they're going to criticize me, or they're going to say, where do you think you're going, you think you're better than us, so therefore I have to come back down here because I can't take the chatter. Okay. But then you're going to stay down there in this fear. Yes, in this fear, in this angst, in this despondence, in this irritability. You won't be able to move forward because of this belief system that you've created. So, in order to get there, because it's not going to stop calling, it's going to keep calling, which means you're always going to feel this angst, And until you start moving towards it and getting closer to that vibration of where it is, you're not going to feel any better. Okay. So instead of focusing on where that is and how to get there, what you need to focus on is how to be grateful for what you've got. Because what gratitude does is put you in the love vibration. It puts you straight in the love vibration, my favorite. And so, right now I'm looking at a photograph of my daughter and my granddaughter, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm feeling love, right? I'm looking at some flowers that they bought me for Mother's Day, and I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling love, and they smell amazing. I'm just like, every time that scent washes over me, I'm just like, I think of them and I feel amazing. I think, wow, nature is so amazing. Potent smell coming out of these flowers. Look, I don't know what they call it. They're called hyacinth. It's so gorgeous. And then I'm here right now having this conversation with you. Well, sort of me talking, talking to you, and hoping that you're picking something up. And I feel love because I feel like I'm giving of my heart, the things that I went through and the things I've experienced and the things that I see other people experience that I've learned from. I can now share with someone to make the load for them a little bit lighter. So to create some insight, some inspiration, some empowerment, so that then you can take that into your life and feel like you're getting closer to where you want to get. But it's just doing anything that's going to inspire love. Okay, because love trumps fear every time, but you have to be conscious to that. Okay, I've got an angst. What is this? And also within the angst, don't try to run away from it. Don't try to run away from the anxiety. It's important because what you resist, as it, I don't remember who said that originally, but what you resist persists. So you push against something. Albert Einstein said an equal and opposite force is coming towards you. So you push, it's coming back. It's like if you're in a swimming pool and you push the water comes back at you, right? It's just energy. So you push against it, it comes at you. So instead, you just allow it to be, observe it. Don't put any energy into it. Don't make it, don't create any bad isms about it. Just just allow it to be and say, okay, what is this? Where is this coming from? And then if you really entertain it, you realize that actually last week I was kicking off about something and bitching about something. So therefore, I've created this energy coming back to me. So this is probably what this is, So you start getting into that energy space of recognizing how the quantum world works. So when you do something, there's an effect. When you say something, there's an effect. When you feel something, there's always an effect because your feelings are your guide. They're your energy. When you put what feelings out, they're attracting feelings in. Okay. And they always attract the same frequencies that are similar or, well, same frequency. So, oh, I've gone off track again. Yes. So look for things that bring you joy, which is why I always say, if you can get into a really good book, say if something happened and you're really feeling really stressed out, get into a really good book. Read my book. It's got so many tools in there. Uh, um, Annihilate Social Anxiety. I say it's for teens, but I wrote it for everyone. But I dedicated it to teens because I remember as a teenager how much stress I felt, and also working with teenagers, I just felt like, yeah, my heart went out to them that they needed something. And of course, they're the future of tomorrow. So they need something they needed some tools to neutralize that fear and anxiety that they were feeling. So read it. There's lots and lots and lots of stuff going on in there in terms of tools in order to squash the anxiety. All right. Just find ways of loving. So you could get into a good book like that and learning the tools. You could just a random, any other book that just takes you into a different world. I like the sci-fi world. So I like books, sci-fi books. Even though I don't read a lot of those, I'm always reading self-improvement books because I love that even better. But if I had to watch a movie, it would be like a sci-fi movie because I like to just be taken to a total different dimension, different headspace, different thoughts. And walk in nature, have a bath, light some candles, love on yourself. Start saying words of affirmation about yourself that are good. I'm beautiful. I'm great. Find all the things that are good about yourself. I'm healthy. I love my hair. I love my skin. I love the way I speak. I love my voice. I love the way my mind works. I love my heart that is strong and it's healthy and it's beating and keeping me alive. I love you. You can just go on a love rampage. And I think I did my little video about a love rampage recently. Because, and again, we learned that from Abraham Hicks, they just go on a love or gratitude rampage about the things that you love, because then you create an energy of love around you, which is going to attract more of that towards you. And if you can do that every single day, get up every morning and just saying, okay, 10 things I'm grateful for, and throughout the day, 10 things, and in the evening, 10 things, and just constantly, when you look at things going on, just see the beauty in it, even in the thing that's bringing the angst. What can I learn from this? Oh, I'm learning how to stop and give myself space to process this and appreciate this thing that's happening, that is it's helping me develop my self-awareness and my self-improvement and self-empowerment. Just finding the good things about it, because you're not going to stop getting those angst until you learn the lesson. The angst are there for you to learn the lesson so that you can develop those muscles so you can move to the next and the next and next. So pushing against problems, and another one I spoke about, pushing against problems, don't do that. Welcome them. Say, okay, thank you for the lesson. Thank you, but you must learn the lesson. You can't just say thank you for the lesson and pretend, because your vibrations can't lie. Your feelings don't lie. So mentally you can lie to yourself, but your feelings cannot lie, which is why some people are thinking, you say affirmations from day one. I am rich, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am confident. And you're thinking, I don't feel any more rich, I don't feel any more confident, I don't feel any more strong, because you're saying it in your head. It has to be something that you drop into your body, because your body is the power system that takes you through it. So once it's wired inside your body, it becomes automated, and you don't have to think about it; it just happens naturally. So if you wire it in your body that I am wealthy and I am strong and I am confident, then you feel confident, you feel wealthy, and you feel healthy, and you feel all those good vibes that you're putting in there. Once you feel those things, that energy is being attracted to you, because you are vibrating at that energy quite intensely, and it has to come to you. You start seeing things, opportunities coming into you. Tasha Chen calls it evidence. I like the word evidence. When you're getting them, it's evidence from the universe that your reticular activating system and all the energy centers of your body are working to excuse me, to bring you what you want. And it's basically presenting things to you, saying, is this what you want? Is this what you want? What about this? And then each time you get a little bit of evidence, could be a small thing, could be a big thing, you just remember to pour gratitude and love all over it, make it even bigger, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until wham, manifestations of the life that you're looking for. Okay, so if you're living in fear, catch yourself. Remember, it's not a negative thing. It is supposed to be a positive thing. So feel the feelings. Be honest with yourself. Go, okay, I feel a bit of angst right now. Now take some breaths. That's the first thing you should do, is take some deep, cleansing breaths. And remember, belly breath, not breathing from up here. Not like that. Breathing into your lungs, so your diaphragm expands all the way out, so your belly gets really big, taking in, filling up the lungs, and then out, because then you're basically providing oxygen to every cell in your body when you're breathing fully in and out. And you do that for a good 5 minutes and see how different you feel. Already, you almost sometimes crumble your mind. You forget what you were being angry about, or why you were even angry. And then from there, you've opened up your mind to be more intelligent, as opposed to acting from fear, because you can't be in fear and in intelligence at the same time. Because in fear, it's the fight flight. So you turn on the adrenaline and the cortisol rolling around your body, and you're basically in fight flight mode. You can't think intelligently at that point. But when you shut those down, then you realize that the creative center opens up, and all the ideas, all the logics are coming into play. And then you're creating and making better choices. Okay, so Fear shuts you down. And fear, it's important if somebody's chasing you to beat the crap out of you and you want to get away unscathed, or a dog is chasing you, or you're running for your life. It's important, that fight flight response. You want to get away, you want to be safe. But once you're safe, it's nothing to worry about, right? If you look at animals in nature, as soon as a lion chases the gazelle and the gazelle darts and gets away, 15 minutes later, she goes back to grazing like nothing happened. And the lion go find another target somewhere else, you know? And that's what we are supposed to be doing with our fight flight system. But what we like to do, because we have this thing called cognition, we hold on to the thought and we process it and we milk it for all that it's worth. But it's all this negative stuff. We're thinking what we're going to do, what we should have said, and how I should have behaved, and feel that feeling inside your body. You just want to, and sometimes you catch yourself and you go, God damn, why am I thinking about that? It is important to catch yourself and go, okay, that is not serving me. That's creating a whole host of problems to come my way for me to learn. So let's learn now. Let's learn now. Let's let that go. Take a breath, let that go, and say, thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to learn how to let go. Thank you for giving me this opportunity for seeing things in a different way. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to really be opening up, learning how to open up my mind to a different way of being, of living, whatever. Sit there and just pour love all over it. And then you realize that love and fear are almost on a thin line, and then the fear just kind of disappears, and then love takes over, because every time something fearful comes your way, you recognize it's an opportunity to give love. And so your love muscle grows and grows and grows, and the fear one diminishes. So that's how you live in love over fear. But it takes practice. It's not something that you're going to be doing overnight. You might do it one day and it was really great because you're so focused. And then one day you're just so focused on something else that life just takes over. And before you know it, those old programs start creeping up again. Because remember, the memories are still there. The memories are still there. But what we're doing is creating new neural pathways for you to, new ruts in the road. So those ruts become now deeper than the old ones. And then what happens is those get filled in because you're not going through on that road anymore. So that road gets filled in eventually, and it doesn't, nobody travels on it anymore. So now you're traveling on this new road of love and appreciation, and life comes easy because it's your natural state of being. All right. So I hope that answers the question. I think, if not, again, leave me a message in the comment section and I will try to take this deeper, because obviously there are lots of directions that this could go in, because this is quantum stuff. But the important stuff is what I've told you here. It's learning to transmute that, they call it base metal into gold. If you've ever seen The Alchemist or read the book, it's transmuting base metal into gold. So it's transmuting those negative things, those things that are harsh and hard and cold and not very, very beautiful, into beauty. And then recognizing that everything is beautiful, because without that, you can't have the other. Okay. So yeah. So leave me comments if you're enjoying this, if you like this, and if you want any questions answered. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please, 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 please subscribe and share this channel with someone that you feel might benefit. And I appreciate that if and when you do. And also like this video. Like, go on, the like button. Thank you so much. And also remember, join, I invite you to join an ignition call with me to talk about anything that you're going through that you feel like you need some assistance to help you through. Where I put together the 10-week Grow to Glow Ascension pathway, which is a pathway to help you go from fear to love, from fear to joy, from fear to abundance, from fear to who you truly are meant to be, from fear to living the best life possible that you can for yourself. So let's have a chat about that. You can ask me any questions and we can get to meet and we see if we're good for working together. It's an hour-long initial ignition call, and that is free. So that, yeah, even if you don't want to move into the 10-week coaching program, you can get some nuggets and some inspiration from what we're talking about on that hour in the ignition call. All right, so I look forward to talking to you. Thanks again for staying tuned. Until next time. Mwah. That's a love.